what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm at this random park in the middle of nowhere because guess what? We have it once again, the talk of the luxury SUV town. This is the all-new 2021 Genesis GV80. Our particular one is a 2.5T, which I'll tell you what that means in a very short amount of time, but also it has the Prestige package. But before we get into this new luxury SUV from a brand that's really just shaking up the auto industry, let's talk about what's going on here. Genesis. It's the premium brand from Hyundai. Hasn't been around for many years, but you know what? They're really building a lineup of vehicles, not only SUVs like this one, but also sedans that really elevates that value for the luxury that you're getting and the style. Now, with the GV80 being all new, you're gonna get that fresh styling that Genesis is bringing, but when you get to the interior, you're gonna get the special appointments and a bunch of great technology. What we're gonna do is I wanna find out if you're looking for that luxury SUV to buy, the one that really is just in the sweet spot when it comes to price point, when it comes to that awesome warranty you get from Genesis, is the GV80 the way to go? Let's go ahead, let's dive into our Prestige package 2.5T Genesis and find out. Right off the bat, the styling. It hits you smack dab in the face. It really brings a unique feel to the SUV from Genesis, and it really kind of separates it from the rest of the pack. So you're gonna get LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, and I'm really digging more and more this split level setup they have. It really mimics something that you would expect from Bentley on the Bentayga. Now, as you drop down, everything is coated in paint. We have some functional side air curtains, nice and large, with some beautiful design and some chrome trim that just makes this pop perfectly. Now, when we come across that grille, it's large and in charge, but you know what? It's kind of fitting on it. It really has a nice overall width to it, that crisscross lace design, forward-facing camera, and overall the shape, very, very unique. This is such a brand identifier, and I'm telling you right now, when you drive this car down the road, people look. They're very curious. What is it? We work our way down. You have some more flat black crisscross design, of course, but the good news is it's all functional, and I like the way they kind of built in this lower gloss black lip to the front fascia just to give it a nice extra element of design. Now, when you get up onto the hood, look at how that grille curves to meet the top portion. You have that Genesis badge, and the way they did the indentation actually follows the badge as it gets wider towards the windshield. Now, as we come around the bend, the height of the hood compared to the height of the fender also gives it that real nice, strong luxury SUV look, something that you would expect from a Rolls-Royce or, like I mentioned, a Bentley. Now, when you come around the bend, what are we working with on our Prestige package? You're getting the 20-inch wheels, machined aluminum, gunmetal gray. I like this nice little intricate split spoke design. You have the Genesis badge in the center, but you're looking at 265 on the width and a meaty 50 series sidewall. You are getting adaptive suspension when you go with the Prestige package and these wonderful wheels. Now, as you go into the fender, I like the way everything's coated in paint. You're also gonna get unique side markers. So these are LED, a little bit of chrome. They're not trying to look like a vent. It's looking like pure style. Coming down the rest of the vehicle, we have color matched mirror caps, 360-degree cameras. You're gonna have bright, shiny metalwork top and bottom of the window frames. Even up top, those nice low roof rails. And I'm really digging what they did with the body, not only the body line, but the way they brought that chrome. Normally, I'm not a big chrome person, but it's balancing nicely on the side of the vehicle. A little bit of chrome on the door handles, and then solid line as it goes down the whole vehicle. Now, as we get to the rear, you have a good sized triangular quarter window, and they really flare that trim out to carry it all the way into that rear pillar. And as we swing around, Lori's gonna kind of showcase that nice flared fender look you're getting from the tail end of the business. And when we do get to the back, what you're looking at is a nice low roof spoiler. I'm gonna have to zonk that. That would have looked perfect underneath here and really just cleaned up the back, because everything else, super smooth. LED taillights, your backup lights, everything nice and slim. The Genesis badge, your GV80 badge, and then here's a nice touch. As we drop down, the exhaust is in the same exact shape as the grille. So very classy, very tasteful, and definitely stands out from the rest of the crowd. But why don't we pop the hood and see what's powering our Genesis GV80. All right guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hydraulic hood struts. Underneath the hood is the smaller of the two engine options. So what you're looking at is that 2.5 liter inline 4 turbocharged engine. The great news is that you're looking at 300 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. If you want more power, you could have it. You could go V6 twin turbo, but you do get the same 8-speed automatic, 0 to 60 in about 6.1 seconds, quarter mile in 14.6 seconds at 96 miles an hour, top speed 140 miles an hour. The vehicle weighs 4,814 pounds, MPGs 21 in the city, 25 on the highway. I like the way it's just real simple under the engine compartment here with the flat black, with the bracing. That's all you need. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to that interior and see what big things are in store on this Genesis GV80. All right guys, we're inside this Genesis GV80, the 2.5T Prestige trim. I know you're saying to yourself, well Joe, I've been looking at these ever since you brought us that first one from the Chicago Auto Show last year. How much is this? Because I am ready to get rid of the names of the past, because this Genesis brand is really doing it. You're looking at MSRP, starts around $55,000. This one has been optioned up to around $63,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Absolutely love the two-tone going on. You're gonna have open pore wood. The stitch work is phenomenal. Even the speaker grill covers, very tasteful, nice soft armrest, and then you're gonna get that tan material in the center. Really just brightens the whole door up. A little small in the door pocket, so maybe just 2 foot-long hot dogs from 7-Eleven and a can of Coca-Cola, and you have the Lexicon optional sound system in here. Now, when you go from the door panel to the dash, same soft material, the stitch work, even the way they did the AC vents, very classy. And then look what we have in the center there. That's a 14.5-inch infotainment system screen. Love the clarity. The style. Is it a touchscreen? Yes, it is. You have all your features, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, obviously navigation, and it's super clear on the graphics. We could go to our different routes. We could go back home. Real easy to navigate through here. Let me go ahead and show you the actual map. There's your map there. Let me close that out. Look how clear that is. And then backup camera. Nice clarity. You got your 360, and it's even telling you what the temperature and what the weather's going to be like today. Back to park, and you're good to go. Now, as you drop down, you got your beautiful start-stop button. It looks like something from Tiffany's. Dual climate control, ventilated seats, and heated steering wheel. I love the TFT display with the graphics, and it's real easy to work. I mean, you just lower the blower fan like that. Keep sliding down. We got more open pore wood, so you could rub your wood after a hard day of work. Say you're stressed out, rub your wood, and then slide that back. We have wireless charging, 2 USBs, and then you close it up clean. Open this bad boy up. You got your 2 cup holders. I like the way they do all the little finishes. Close it back up. We have this rotary drive control knob. If you don't want to touch the screen, you could use this. And we have our rotary dial for the 8-speed automatic transmission. The silver's nice. The wood is excellent. And then you have your drive mode selector switch here, which I'll show you more of that when you come to the business end. Now, as you kind of toggle down, you do have a pass-through. So you got a small area for a small purse, a merce, maybe like 3 Granny Smith apples you could slide in there. Nice and soft on the tan leather. Open up the Bombay doors. Bombs away. What do we got? More room than you could imagine. You could drop a box of Twinkies in here. Felt lining so you're not going to scratch your Twinkie. Even you could fill this up probably with about, I would say, 75 iPhones. Just fill it up with 75 iPhones and drive around with it. That'd be kind of interesting. Seats, the leather, the piping, the perforation, all the nice soft material, and then of course full electric assist for the passenger and the driver. And you have that split style panoramic sunroof. Let the sun's rays in. Look how fast that shade is. It's like 0 to 60 in 0.5 seconds. Why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind this blue steering wheel in this Genesis GV80. All right, guys, here we are, business time. You do have a little bit of a Genesis sill plate here. Nice aluminum finish. It would have been nice to have some LED lighting on that because a lot of the other brands kind of have that extra touch. Look at all the seat controls. I mean, this is just phenomenal how many different ways you could do this whole setup. Get nice and comfortable. I got plenty of headroom. Steering wheel is a little bit of a talking point, and the reason why is it looks like it's out of my Mom's 1988 Buick Grand Estate wagon with the solid horn all the way across. It is also blue, which is kind of different. Doesn't bother me as much as the horn button, but I do like the silver trim, the thumb wheels. You do have paddles to go up and down that 8-speed automatic transmission, and I also like the finishes on the stocks for the turn signals and the windshield wiper. Looking at the dash, looks really clean. Now, even on this 2.5T Prestige, you don't have a full digital display, which that is going to be a zonk at this price point, but you do have an analog speedometer, and what I do like are the lane watch cameras that you have on the turn signal for both sides. And then in the center there, you have your tachometer. Once I could get rid of this pesky, there we go. So you have your tachometer on the right, and then in the center you have a display that you could scroll through a bunch of different information from your engine temperature, the seat controls, all that stuff. Works really well, and it's got a nice stitched hood there. But I'm telling you, the level of fit and finish is pretty phenomenal. Let's check out the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna like this GV80. All right, guys, back seat time, and I'm telling you, the luxury is really nice back here, even for the passengers as well. Backs of the seats, all same material, and then you have a decent sized pocket. Just be careful what you put back here, because it's gonna squish just about anything that you put in those pockets. Nice AC on the back of the center console. I love the way that they did the AC vents. You got your climate controls, heated seats, but no ventilated seats. That's a zonk at this price point. You do have 2 USBs and a home power source, which is wonderful. And then these seats are great because they slide, yes, and they also recline, of course, which you just pull the handle. Very nice and comfortable. You have the security screens, so you could watch out for those people that are looking in, or just keep the sun out, which is nice. You even have, I like the way they have that chauffeur style seat controls that are easy to get to on the back of the passenger seat there. Obviously they don't have that for the driver. That'd be a little awkward if you start moving the driver's seat and cause a big accident. And then armrests, not very soft, but it looks good. And you're gonna get this really fancy sliding 2 cup holders right there that goes all back nice together. But you know what? Let's get to the cargo area, because I can't wait to take this for a spin. All right, guys, time to get into the cargo area. One thing that I love is where they actually hide the button to open up the rear hatch. You just hit that right by the wiper. Nice electric assist. And the great news is you're gonna get a tall opening, but also the width to go with it. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what kind of size are we talking about in this cargo area? You're basically looking at, with the seats up, 34 cubic feet of space. Fold the seats down, you're gonna have 84 cubic feet of space. And it's real simple. The buttons are right here on the driver's side to lower those seats, and you have a 12 volt as well. And I'm telling you, it's growing on me, the blue with the tan on the interior. Really just makes this whole thing pop. But you know what? Let's see what it drives like. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this GV80. All right, guys, we're in the Genesis GV80, remember, with that 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, Prestige trim. I'm gonna go ahead and play around with the drive mode selector knob. Remember, you have Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Custom. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in Custom. I'm also gonna shut off that pesky auto start stop. I love the massive 14.5 inch display, easy to navigate through, allows you to just to be able to access whatever you want, access whatever you need to, and even using that direct drive control knob, as I just did, really makes it very simple. Or if you want to touch the screen, you could do that as well. So you have that functionality there with doing either or, touch screen or using the direct drive control knob. But everywhere you look and feel in here, the level of fit and finish is very, very high. The open pore wood is very classy, and I like it better than gloss black. You know, there was once upon a time I didn't like wood trim on interiors, but I'm digging it in this particular model because there's no glare and it's real open pore wood, which is nice. Steering wheel, I'm still getting used to it. The nice thing is it does have nice thick leather, and it's got the electric tilt and telescoping steering wheel. But why don't we go ahead, let's get onto the highway, and I'm gonna do this on throttle. Here we go. That 8-speed drops down and we are off and running. So when it comes to acceleration, yes, if you want more power, you can get more power with the twin turbo V6, but with this 4-cylinder turbo, you're still getting 300 horsepower, which is quite respectable. That nice massive screen is perfect for looking at, and it's not blocking the vision out the front windshield, which is great too. Visibility out the back is really clear. Especially, I thought that visibility would be a little compromised because of how angled the rear glass is, but it's really not. Seats are comfortable, ventilated and heated, which is fantastic. And then of course you're gonna get all those safety features, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, emergency brake assist, all those goodies to keep you and your family safe as you're driving about your daily commute and whatnot. But even going over these expansion joints, very, very quiet inside the cabin, and the seats are super, super comfortable. Not only from a soft standpoint, but also from a supportive. I love having the feature with the lane watch. Really super clear, and I'm glad that they brought that technology even on the 2.5 liter turbo. Nice to go prestige and have features like that, because you look and I can see exactly who's in my blind spot and who isn't. And it allows you to change those lanes very easily. You could also change all that information that's in the center. So you can look at your tire pressure, you can look at engine temperature, all the different features. It also has the ability to let you know, like say you're sitting in traffic and you're looking down or you're falling asleep and the car moves in front of you, it actually alerts you to that. Plus it also alerts you to red light cameras, which is a nice feature as well. But good size on the side mirrors without looking too obnoxious. If you notice, there's a little bit of glare coming off the silver and the direct drive control knob in the center. Other than that, everything else has a nice flat tone to it, so it's not blinding you in the sunlight. And just going over all the different bumps and whatnot, it soaks it up very nicely no matter what mode you're in. I'll go ahead and put it into comfort mode. That's going to adjust steering sensitivity, throttle sensitivity, all those different things on how everything behaves, and changes the driving atmosphere to whatever you want, which is great. It's nice to have those different driving modes, especially if you are on the highway. You may want it a little bit more comfort setting so that you can kind of just sit back and relax a little bit more. All right, guys, now we're on some surface streets here. It's a real breeze to drive.
Right camera ahead.
Thank you. Do you hear that? It let us know that there was a red light camera 1.1 miles ahead, which is great. And then it uses this chiming thing to let you know how close you are. See, and there it says photo enforced intersection. So this Genesis GV80 has your back. The one thing that I am gonna have to zonk though, with all the great features, and it has a ton, the safety features and everything, it does get a little obnoxious with all the beeps and chimes and bells and whistles that this thing sets off as you're driving down the road. That's one thing that just gets a little old, but it is there to keep you safe and protected. But super smooth, even driving on these surface roads, going over this bridge. I got my lane watch going on, so it helps to change lanes. You got the paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down the 8-speed automatic. But obviously very, very impressed with what Genesis is bringing to the table at this price point. And I know many people are very excited to get behind the wheel of one of these. But we're gonna go ahead, get back to our mysterious park in the middle of nowhere and wrap this GV80 up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day with this Genesis GV80. Gotta thank everybody over at Genesis for allowing Radies Rides access to this price-free vehicle. It really allowed me for a whole week to get to all the inner bits of this SUV and really see where it stands out compared to the competition. And if you're looking for a luxury SUV and you're not really stuck on a brand name, you definitely want to take one of these for a test drive, because I think you'll be just as surprised as I was driving it for the week. But if you want to keep seeing luxury SUVs, new SUVs that are totally fresh, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Radies Rise merch, click the second link, become a Radies Rise Patreon member. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera. She's out here in the Florida sun working it like a champ. Show Lori some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.